as a game designer and a veteran nerd, I get asked this question all the time, which is, when is Thanos going to be added into Marvel Rivals? And there is a very, very simple answer to this question, which is whenever it will make the most money. Whenever it will make the company the most money, that's when they're going to go. And if I'm being honest with you, I think that Thanos is going to be in the game by the end of this year. I have a couple of reasons to tell you and to sort of hypothesize of why it's going to be this year that he's going to be coming out. And let me share them with you. Because it's going to make a lot of sense. Okay, so recently about, I think yesterday, potentially the day before, Marvel did a panel at D23, which is like this big conference for Disney properties. Okay, so this D23 panel is, let me show you here. This is the director of Marvel Rivals. This is Guang the Goat. He announces a new limited time game mode to coincide with an event called the Path to Doomsday. Okay, so now stick with me. This right here is the current slate for the year. We have got Avengers Age of Ultron, Infinity War, Endgame, and then Doomsday. Now, in this, let's watch for a little bit. This is an asymmetric game mode where one player plays as Loki. Okay, are you with me? That's to go along with Avengers 1. Okay, he's the main villain there. It's an asymmetric game mode. It is one team of Avengers versus Loki. Okay, asymmetrical. This is like Prey. This is like all of those other games. Okay, there is one bad guy and 5 other people. Loki's going to be OP in this game mode. It's going to be crazy. I'm very excited for it. Which got me thinking, this slate means that each of these movies is probably going to have a similar thing. Okay, are you with me? Lock in. So, and if you notice, each block, April to June, that's a 2-month gap. Okay, think, use your brain. With Marvel Rivals, how long are the seasons? 2 months. Okay, what does that mean? It means that we are probably going to get heroes associated with each movie in each month. Okay, lock in, pay attention. Marvel Rivals is releasing one character per month. Okay, they're releasing one character per month, which means that one of them could be coinciding with the movie that they are hyping up, and then one of them is can be whatever the story needs. So it can be Black Cat. Please give me Black Cat. Okay, so it could be Black Cat, it can be all Ant-Man, it can be all these other ones that they are hyping up, and all of these other characters. So you get one that coincides with the movie, so one that coincides with each season's Avengers movie, and one that is unrelated. Okay, are you with me? I've got visuals here, but basically, so season 1, April, May is going to be. Let's go over here. Okay, boys and girls. So April, May, that's going to be your Avengers 1 season. Okay, this is going to be Avengers 1. All right, that makes sense. To me. We've got the Loki skin announced. We have got the game mode announced. We have got all this stuff. We've got all this stuff coming up to be next month's season. Will be probably some story mode, some story thing, and then we've also got the coinciding with Avengers. Okay, so that leads me to believe that we're probably going to get a game mode, or a character as well that will go along with it. And I'm thinking, what character from Avengers 1 do they not have in the game? What character? And I thought it'd be really cool, potentially. I'm just going to move over here. Okay. Nick Fury. Anyone? Any takers? This artwork is done by SC Nova on Instagram. actual GOAT. I've messaged him before. He is very, very cool, or they're very cool. Incredible artist. This concept is theirs, and it's just perfect. I think Nick Fury would make an amazing Vanguard or strategist, in my opinion. I just don't think he's going to be a DPS. I think that could make sense. We need more shield representation in Marvel Rivals, and to me, Nick Fury makes sense. He makes sense as the guy that would go over here. Okay, so now let's keep this ball rolling. Let's keep chugging along. So for the May block, beg your pardon. For the June-July block, this is going to be Age of Ultron. Okay. Guys, who was introduced in Age of Ultron that we don't have in the game yet? Vision. Think about it. Imagine if they put Vision in. Imagine if they put the Vision in the game. Oh my god. So cool. This is by JC San Pedro on Art. What is it? Art Station. Beg your pardon. Go check them out. Very, very cool. It would make sense. It would make sense for the GOAT to be there. All right. So then we've got 2, and now if you're thinking about it, all right, Lockie, I see what you're doing here. Now, even if they weren't to do one associated with it, how could you do a mode in a game, 2 separate game modes without Thanos in them? How could you do it? How could you do, what is it? It's going to be 4 months. 4 months of Thanos content without having the Mad Titan in there. 4 months. This whole block. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous for anyone to think that we're not going to get Thanos this year if there is 4 months of events that lead up to it. I think he's going to be in the game. I think he's going to be in the game for sure. Now, Lockie, you might think, okay, Thanos is in one of them, but who's going to be in the next one? Let's just lock in Thanos here. I reckon Thanos is pretty much locked for Infinity War. You could technically do like an Infinity Stone collection mode. I honestly think that they could do that. I think that they could do that. They could do an Infinity Stone collection mode. They could do like a Gather the Stones map, a hide and seek. I don't know. They could do something with that. But stretching it out over 4 months of content regarding Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening that Thanos doesn't come out within this 4-month block, because there are 4 characters coming out in this area, and it's supposed to be Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, but it's also meant to get us absolutely hyped about Avengers Doomsday. And obviously we know who's coming for Avengers Doomsday. It's going to be Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is going to be in the game here. Could you imagine the hype build? Okay, so we start off with Nick Fury, which makes sense. That's about 6 months away from where it's coming up. Then we go to Vision. Okay, this is hype. And then we either get Thanos here or here. And then we get Doctor Doom for Doomsday. Oh my god, not only is that building hype for Doomsday and making Marvel super happy, it's also just whatever skin you're going to release. Whatever skin you're going to release is going to sell 1 million copies. Also, for the record, because I know a bunch of people are going to ask, what do I think is going to be the October-November? I think they could slot in Ant-Man here. I know he's not quite as hype as Thanos, but it gives us like a 2-month buffer before Doctor Doom comes out. Because I think it's crazy. For them to release Thanos, then Doom back to back, because then you've basically released 2 of the biggest hitters in the Marvel universe back to back. I think it makes sense for Doctor Doom. For them to do this and put that much effort into it and have, like, there is never going to be a more hype time for Marvel Rivals than this block. Between Doomsday and all the stuff that's going on with Avengers, I just don't see them. I don't see them taking that opportunity to not include Thanos. The fact that I think Deadpool's store kit, is like the way that works, could be perfect for Thanos, and it just resets on death. I think that there is so much that they have been basically just tweedling in, just sprinkling in stuff to get ready for Thanos. I think it would make sense. To be fair, for Infinity War, they could have Gamora and Thanos, and oh my god, wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be really cool? Who else? You could have... Okay. Now that we're playing this game, I haven't prepared slides for this. Let's just go off the cuff. Okay, 2 characters for Avengers. Avengers 1. Nick Fury makes sense to me. We've got Loki, Iron Man, Cap. We've got all of the primary Avengers in there. We could have Maria Hill. We could have... honestly, all the main characters... Coulson? We could have Phil Coulson, but would we really want... 2 Shield members? I honestly think we don't have many Guna skins in here. This could be Black Cat. I reckon April could be Fury. Black Cat could be May. April could be yep. Then June, July, Vision. If we had a second one, probably be Quicksilver, right? We've got Wanda, we've got all the others, we've got Ultron already. Yeah, I reckon we could have Vision Quicksilver. Vision Quicksilver would be pretty good. Then Thanos Gamora, that makes sense. Then Ant-Man, and you could have one of the Black Orders, like Ebony Maw or what have you. I honestly think that Thanos Gamora and Vision and Quicksilver is probably the most likely. But other than that, honestly, they could just have goobers in the other slots, and I wouldn't mind. Like, you'd have your main heavy hitters, because that's what they've been doing with the previous seasons. All previous seasons have had like one super hype character and then another lesser hype character, but still very good. Like Deadpool and what's her name? Renslayer? No. What is her name? What's her name? The English girl. I forget it. Anyway, Elsa Bloodstone. I think this is pretty likely. I honestly think it's up to a coin flip. I reckon it's a coin flip from here, whether we get Thanos and Doom in the next 9 months. I reckon it's very doable. It's very doable. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I want to know what you guys think. What do you think about the possibility of this? Do you think that this is a likely slate? Do you reckon this is crazy? Lockie, you're crazy, bro. Also, just to make sure, we've got SC Nova here, we've got JC Pan Pedro here, we've got SC Nova again for the Ant-Man Bros, just the GOAT, and then we've got this one, which is a Marvel Rivals art, just to make sure that everyone knows that I am not being a little cheeky guy and ripping off any hardworking artists. I just want you to know that I am crediting the sources. That's gonna be about it. Thank you very much. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think I'm absolutely cracked? Which is what I think is gonna happen. I think we're gonna come back in a couple months and we're gonna be like, oh my god, dude, who knew this? Lockie, that guy Lockie, he's crazy, bro. He knows ball. Anyway, that's about it. I'll see you. Bye.